Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football here at Tarleton Memorial Stadium. Here with the head coach of the Jim Ned Indians, Coach Matt Fanning, after his squad upsets the #1 team in the state, Brock, 19-16 in a regional semifinal in 3A Division I, Region 1. Coach, first off, congratulations. I know it's a huge win for your program over a great team.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. I'm just, really proud of our kids and the fight that they had. And man, that's a great football team that we just played. And my hat goes off to them. Like I say, I hate to see it end for them, but I'm glad we beat them. So.
Talked pregame, and you said, there was a lot of things that had to go right. When you get to these rounds of the playoffs, you're playing good people. You need some breaks. What were the breaks that you needed, and what were the things that your kids did in this ball game to give yourselves a chance to win it at the end?
We knew we had to start fast, and had to execute special teams was going to be a huge part of the game for us, and eliminate any kind of mistakes and capitalize on anything they did. And we were going to have to play really clean football. And we were able to do that early with a safety and then a kickoff return, which really put us in the front, kind of caught them off guard, and we were able to execute a drive that we were trying to kill clock and keep them off the field as much as possible, and we were able to put together a pretty long drive and score, and do that again in the second half and come away with a field goal. And we had to play mistake-free football, and we came pretty close.
You're up 16-0 at halftime. You got all the momentum in the world, and I'm sure when you're walking into the locker room, you're telling your assistants they're going to make a run at us. Those guys are too good. They're not going to just fold up their tents and go home because you guys are up 2 scores. I know you guys expected the run, but for your kids to respond to the adversity, because Brock had a lot of momentum there. They tie it up at 16, and they have the ball and they have a chance to take the lead. Your defense bows up and gets a stop. What's that say about the character of your kids to fight through that adversity when the storm is kind of brewing against them?
These young men have got tremendous character, and they're grit. They've got a lot of grit. They play with a lot of confidence. So, and we talked about it. We're not going to look at the scoreboard all game. We talked about it at halftime, and we knew, and our kids know. Man, we got a smart group of kids that, hey, this is a great football team we're playing, and they've got an opportunity at any time to pop one and go for 6. I'm really impressed, with the confidence we played through that, and we stayed in the fight, and that was kind of key, and our kids did a great job of that.
They're the type of defense they play. They put a lot of pressure on your offense. They really man up. They put a lot of guys in the box. It puts a lot of pressure on your offensive line to hold up. And I thought, obviously they made some plays. That's what good teams do. But I thought your offensive line really held up well. Gave your quarterback time on the rollouts to make throws, and gave some running lanes for your running backs. So talk about their performance a little bit and how proud of you are those guys.
Tremendous group of young men up front, and that's kind of our identity. I mean, we've rode those guys all year long, and our first 5 are really good ball players across the board. And we knew it's going to be a challenge. We know that it's a penetration-based defense, and I've had some experience in that defense. Ran it in high school, and pretty familiar with it, being from that neck of the woods up there where those guys come from. And our kids did a really good job of tightening up combos and keeping them off of us, and just really proud of them.
My first time seeing Wishart play, and he's as advertised. He's a great running back. He's kind of your bell cow on offense. What makes him such a special player for you guys?
He's got a tremendous energy. I mean, on and off the field, but he plays with great energy. He's never out of a play, offensively and defensively. He's a stalwart for us and makes plays. And when the opportunity arises, he's gonna continue a play and continue to fight and gain extra yards. And he's kind of the heart of the thing. You talked about, staying in the fight, and he's right there. He's got no doubt whether or not we're going to win a football game.
Final question for you, Coach. Thanksgiving weekend. I'm sure you had a big Thanksgiving meal yesterday. Got to ask you, after you polish off the meal and you're looking for your dessert, what's the first dessert that Coach Fanning's going for after he knocks off the Thanksgiving meal?
Well, my wife makes a heck of a pecan pie, so I'm going to go there every time.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Enjoy it. And I guess we'll see you next week. Good luck next week.
Appreciate it.